everything was like all butterfly and rainbows, then being an entrepreneur and opening a restaurant, everyone would be doing it.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times. Now, I always say I wish I would have gone to law school, but I wouldn't want to be a lawyer today either.
Hell no.
No. And I mean, it's like they're a dime a dozen. And, I chose this business back when it was fun.
Yeah.
When there were no rules.
Right.
Especially the bar business. I mean, it was like, there were no fucking rules.
Right.
I mean, I was letting 16-year-olds in my bar, but, if I was going to get raided, I knew.
Yeah.
They would call me and tell me they were coming. You just can't do any of that anymore.
No.
You can't have fun. And I mean, none of these kids got wasted or anything stupid. Their parents knew they were there.
Yeah.
Because they would send them to me.
Right.
But,
Rather, and I guess that's kind of back to where certain parents, you knew which parents would allow the kids to drink at their houses when they were underage because they wanted to have them under supervision rather than they're just going out and
that's
drive.
That's the way my parents were.
Right.
And, now that I've gotten older, I barely even drink anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah.
And I've lost a bunch of weight.
I can tell.
I'm working out. I feel really good right now.
You look really good. And I
saw a picture of myself 3 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Where's Jen Kelly?
Look at the difference, man.
And I felt like shit,
Well, yeah.
I wasn't exercising, I wasn't doing anything, and now I'm addicted to a treadmill.
Well, and the food that you make is not necessarily healthy.
No.
Okay. But it's real good, which is also probably what was contributing.
The deli's what I'm addicted to. But,
so are we.
Now we
give you all our money.
Eating healthy, but it's good.
Yeah, it is.
The food there is good.
Yeah.
But eating healthy, man, you don't want to eat that shit anymore.
Yeah.
And I had a Huffle roast beef sandwich a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I really miss that, but, right now I'm just feeling so good. I got 15 more to go and then.
Yeah. My poor daughter, she's got so many health problems right now. And
How old is she?
She's 5. And we've had to keep her off of gluten. And that's been very hard because we promised her that we would do the same thing, right? Because we don't want her to be out and about and we're ordering po' boys. And she's like, why the hell are you eating that? So, that's been quite a life changer for me who goes out and I'm on the go all the time. I stop and pick something up and,
and I can get gluten-free bread.
Yeah.
I mean, I have pizza dough.
Yeah.
But.
You have gluten-free pizza dough already? Oh, okay. Yeah. Good.
At both places.
Good.
So
that's good to know because
I'm going to do a GLP-1 menu too.
Okay.
For people on the shot. I'm on the shot.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to food.
Yeah.
But alcohol was never one of them.
Yeah. Well, anywhere else but New Orleans, alcohol probably would have been a problem. It's just so normalized.
But I never got addicted to it.
Right.
I didn't care about it that much. It's strange.
Even though you have an addictive personality, you never.
I had a knee replacement 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you were around.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it with Tylenol.
Yeah.
I mean, in the hospital, they took me up, but I said, I'm not.
My mom just had her hip replaced.
I did it with Tylenol.
Same thing.
It's mind over matter.
It is.
That shit just gets you high.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
Yeah. Makes you forget about the pain instead of. It does, but it just masks it.
It does. It just masks it.
Yeah.
You have to just.
Yeah, you're right. Huff it. How long did it take you to get over when you had your knee replaced?
Not long, man. I fought it.
Yeah. Physical therapy.
I was back at work in a couple of weeks on a cane.
Mm-hmm.
But I took the therapy seriously.
Good.
Gary Bordes.
Okay.
Is a really good friend of mine. He's my PT.
Okay.
I told him I wanted to get my knee the same bend as my other knee.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it's going to be tough, especially with your build, but I got it 2 degrees away.
Nice.
And I mean, it's showing today because.
Yeah, because you're running.
Dude, I'm running.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I listen to this political shit and it just. I get pissed off.
Bet.
And God, it's so hard to decipher what's right and what's true and what's not on these fucking.
Yeah, but it's not difficult to decipher what's right and what's wrong.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
And for some reason, they're both muddied, and why?
It's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
We can't forget that.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk's we saw it.
We really saw it.
We really saw it. I thought it was AI when I first got it. It was so.
It's I think I had a little bit of PTSD from 9/11 when I saw that, if I'm being honest with you. I remember
it happened on the 11th.
Having that same, no, I think it happened on the 10th, the day before.
Okay, yeah.
I think. But it's like, that was something that I just felt it in my soul. It was just such a horrible, horrible thing. And then last thing that I could remember ever even feeling that way was when I remember I was sitting in history class and my teacher wheeled in the old school fat TV screen and put on 9/11 that was happening.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I was up above Katie's. It was that morning and I was just chilling in my bedroom and was fixing to go to work with a hangover probably. And I was like, whoa.
yeah.
I thought it was like a movie or something.
Right.
One of my best friends is a retired Air Force lieutenant colonel, and his wife is too, both of them. And somehow they became very liberal when they came back, and he lost a conservative friend because they didn't agree, and the guy got mad.
Yeah.
I said, brother, you can talk to me about anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get mad.
Right. You're entitled to your opinion.
Respect your ideas.
Right. So we're here with Scot Craig. He is the owner of Katie's and Francesca's. Very good friend of mine, very dear friend, has been for a very long time. So thanks, Scott, for meeting me here. And I guess I just really want to talk to you about how you got started, how you built your foundation when you opened Katie's, the trials and tribulations you went through, how it affected you and your family, ups and downs. So yeah, just tell me a little bit how you kind of got started and when you opened Katie's up.
Well, Danny, thanks for having me. And you are a very dear friend.
Thank you.
So I believe we're a lot alike.
I agree.
So,
I agree. That's why we're friends.
I'll start with when I started college.
Okay.
I started up at LSU. Was there for a year. I started working at Fred's as a barback.
Okay.
When I came home, I had to come home because the LSU experiment wasn't working out.
Yeah.
I like girls too
Black
much.
hole.
Yes. So I came home and went to UNO. My dad was like, you're going to UNO. So joined a fraternity at UNO immediately. I'm a teak. And I started working in the bar business. My first job was at Nick's on Tulane.
Okay.
Older people will remember Nick's on Tulane, but it was like an experimental bar because Nick Castrogiovanni was the ultimate mixologist.
Okay.
The original mixologist.
Okay.
And so we learned how to make all these crazy drinks, and I learned how to bartend.
Mm-hmm.
And so I left there and I went down to Pat O'Brien's for a couple of weeks. I didn't like working in the quarter, so I ended up coming over to Parlay's in Lakeview.
Yeah.
And I worked there, and I was promoted to management, and they sold Parlay's. And so then I went out to Bart's on the Lake.
Okay.
Bart's is where Landry's is now.
Okay.
It was a major restaurant and bar, large bar. It was a, lakefront bar. So we were very, very busy. And I worked my way up through Bart's, through the kitchen, through all facets of management. Learned a lot there about the restaurant, the hospitality industry, and I was able to cook a little bit there, and I brought what I learned from the neighborhood ladies where I grew up, because I grew up in this beautiful, diverse neighborhood. A lot of my friends were Creoles.
Where? What neighborhood was that?
Gentilly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oak Park area.
Okay.
So I had a lot of Creole friends, and the Creole moms and grandmothers are the finest pot cooks in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's how I learned how to pot cook. So the Leah Chases of the world, if you will. So I worked my way up through Bart's, and I wanted to go out on my own. Yeah. So in 1989, I bought a bar called Parkway Tavern on Canal Boulevard, where the Bulldog is now.
Yep.
A lot of people confuse it with Parkway
Bakery. Yeah.
Because after I sold Parkway, Jay named it Parkway Bakery and Tavern.
Okay.
So I didn't have a problem with it. So
which is a staple now.
So, but I had Parkway Tavern. It was a very popular bar, extremely popular bar. But I missed the food industry. And for 4 years, I was like, what am I going to do, man? I really want to get back. We couldn't really do anything with Parkway to make it a restaurant. And, we had the lot next door, but we didn't have any parking. It was just a mess. So I was dating a girl that worked at Katie's. And Katie's was just a little lunch place at the time.
Okay.
And
see, I had thought that you had opened the restaurant.
Katie started in 1984.
Okay.
By the Leininger family.
Okay.
And they owned it. and I was dating a girl that worked there, and I got to be friends with the owners. So they asked me if I'd like to buy it. And I said, sure, this is great. So we bought it, and it grew. I wish I would have been more focused on that instead of the bar with my cooking and stuff, but I was piddling around with it. And
you're enjoying life. It
was just a little lunch place that we were trying to turn into a full-blown restaurant at night. And the previous owners lived upstairs, and it had gotten too loud for them because it was turning into a big party, and it was turning into what Katie's is today.
Yeah.
So they said, why don't you buy the building? Probably the greatest business decision of my life. So I bought the building.
And how much was the building at the time?
The building was $175,000.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
I had it appraised.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least 10 years ago, and it was 1.4 million or something. So, yeah.
I'd say that's a pretty good investment.
But being in this industry, owning your own building is crucial.
Yeah.
You do not want to be under the thumb of a landlord. If I can give anyone advice, so many people, but people with tons of money, they go out and they lease buildings and they can do that. I don't have tons of money.
Right.
So anyway, Katie's was growing. I sold the bar in 2003, and Katie's was really starting to grow when Hurricane Katrina hit. Because all I had was Katie's, and I was focusing on Katie's and not the bar.
What was the moment where you remembered, wow, Katie's is a success?
It was always a success.
Okay.
We always did pretty well.
Because it was established before you bought it.
No. We just they had a little bit of lunch business. They weren't doing a lot of business.
Okay.
Not much at all. But it was always a success, but it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
And Hurricane Katrina came, and I went to work for CNN, and I learned so much about myself as a person. Working for someone else for the first time in a long time, but working for CNN was such a pleasure.
Yeah.
And they took such good care of me and appreciated everything I did. So working for CNN, it was like a year and a half. The contract was supposed to be 3 months, and I worked.
Yeah.
I was cleaning up the offices at night. I did whatever I have to do to succeed. Whatever I had to do to succeed.
Yeah.
And after that, I took over the school lunch program at Holy Rosary, which was greatest job I've ever had because it was working with kids with problems. And I saw a lot of miracles happen at Holy Rosary. My dear friend Mike Binder was the principal there, and we worked together. It was just a great job. Anyway, I rebuilt Katie's. It took 5 years. Stephanie and I worked really hard together.
After Katrina.
I was using her credit cards.
Wow.
To do catering jobs. We didn't have any. I mean, it was like we were just busting hump to pay the note on the building because we were living upstairs. So
the hurricane hit.
Yeah.
You didn't have any income coming in because the restaurant's closed.
No.
That was the only business venture that you had.
That was the only one I had going.
Yeah.
And the insurance situation was just, I had to hire a lawyer and I never got what I lost.
Yeah.
Never. I had to rebuild it on my own. I would literally order sheetrock and stuff from Home Depot, which was on Carrollton. We had one right there on Carrollton. And I would go over and hire Latino guys. And with my limited Spanish, I would ask them to come over and help me hang the sheetrock. And then I had friends that were electricians and plumbers, and they all helped me. And all of my friends came together to really make Katie's what it is today.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd start all over, and I really had nothing.
Wow.
But yeah, I was using Stephanie's credit cards to do catering and stuff, and she would make me pay it back right after I got the job. She's so smart with money.
Yeah.
And we rebuilt Katie's together, and it was a great experience. And, Katrina, in a lot of ways, was making lemonade out of lemons, as you know. It was really difficult, but it worked out for me because we worked hard and we made something of it, and we rebuilt Katie's, and, people like you have been a big part of it over the years.
Well, there was no better serving job that I ever had because it was just so the management was never. I mean, when you do your job and you do your job good, there's no reason to say anything wrong. You know what I mean? And the only thing that I would ever do is possibly come in hungover every now and then. But at the same time, I knew what I was doing. I was a personable person, and
we all did that.
Did my job.
Yeah.
Did what I needed to do. Learned a lot from you, and just came to a point where I was like, I'm done doing this. I need to start some kind of career and build something for myself.
See, I can't do that. I can't just say I'm done.
Well, no. I mean, no, unless you just sell the entire franchise and
I know.
Travel the world. But I can't see you doing that because you have such a passion for it.
I do.
When I see you on the news, man, I see you. You're so happy. You're always just so excited to tell people about how you're cooking this and how to make this and about what you have going on. And I love the videos you've been putting out on Katie's, like advertising the little patio they all have now and stuff like that. And it's just stuff that you have to do in order to keep everything fresh. Because in this 3-second world that we live in now where everybody's scrolling, it's very difficult to maintain that type of marketing.
I've learned the importance of social media.
Yeah, because we all wish we could turn it off.
Really bad of it about it.
Oh yeah,
like
comparisons.
There was an influencer in Katie's like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was awesome, really nice girl from Lafayette, and she showed me why my social media manager, Caroline Perrone, does not want to do TikTok. Because you have to constantly be on top of it. And there are so many trolls. I don't understand the negativity in this world about everything. And you see it a lot in my industry on social media. I don't pay attention to it. I just put my head down and do my job.
Right.
And I know we have good products in both places.
I agree with that.
So if someone has something bad to say and something brutal to say like they do on these sites, I don't understand why it has to be that bad.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that 80% of all online comments and online posts and everything like that is from a bot.
Yeah, it's
80%.
sad.
So like you could sit there and be arguing with somebody who's got some American profile or something like that that's talking, or some Louisiana thing, and then all of a sudden you find out it's somebody in China who's not even relevant to anything, just trying to ignite that kind of negativity or that division. And it's everywhere, not just restaurant. It's in politics, and it's in, music and movies, everything.
It's really sad because it's dangerous.
It is super dangerous.
And we're seeing a lot of things happen that are really sad.
Yeah.
In my industry, it's the same thing. I just can't pay attention to it. The ones I pay attention to are the ones if someone isn't happy with the restaurant, or
and they'll send you a text message,
and they contact me.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
They don't post on Yelp or post comments and leave terrible reviews.
No.
And,
Say, look, I've heard so many good things about your restaurant, but this really wasn't a great experience, blah, blah, blah. Please come back and let me take care of this for you.
I'll be there in person. You've done that before when I've worked there.
I love when people contact me personally and say they had a problem so I can fix it.
Right.
It's not good to always say, oh, it's great. I'm sorry, but that's not the real world. And we're not perfect.
That's right.
But we fix things.
Mm-hmm.
And we will make it better. I promise
you.
Yep.
10 out of 10 times.
10 out of 10 times. If I know about it, we will make it better.
Yep.
And if I can give any advice to the people out there that dine out, please give the restaurant an opportunity, any restaurant, to fix it. If you don't tell the management and you just had a bad experience and you go out and blab everywhere how terrible it was, it's not doing anybody any good.
No. That's just those are attention seekers. People that want like a woe is me, victim mentality. I'm a victim.
There's so much victim mentality right now. And it's in everything. And we've all got opportunities to do something.
Yeah.
And go do it.
Right.
Just go do it. Live your dream.
Yeah. Take action. Do something. And that's kind of the reason why I'm putting this all together. Is because there's a lot of people in the world who constantly have negative self-talk in their head, or constantly think that they're stuck going in one direction, when if you just pivot, your whole life would be different. But because you're just caught up in this routine and how much it, you're just so comfortable with it, you feel like there's no door that's open, but all you have to do is change that way that you're thinking, that you're not really stuck. You just think that you are. And then the doors open themselves.
Right.
Because the doors literally open for
fighting.
you. Yeah.
Don't give up. It's
Never.
what I tell Connor. He had that great job in Alaska last year.
Yeah, I remember. He told me all about it when I saw him.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't where he wanted to live.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live in Dutch Harbor either.
No way.
But he's looking for work right now, and he gets fed up because everyone's telling him, you don't have experience. I mean, how is he supposed to get experience if you don't get experience?
That is the age-old question. Like, need people with experience. Oh, but how? Why can't you train me? Right? Like
I went to school for this.
Yeah.
Why can't you train me?
Seriously. Probably be better than any employee that you would have brought on from anywhere else that has the experience.
I like hiring people that I can teach that don't come in with their own ideas.
Right.
Or this is the way it should be.
Right.
Young people want to learn.
Yes, they do.
Connor wants to learn. He wants to play with animals, sea creatures and stuff. And I just think, guys like you and I need to keep a happy face on and go forward and help people change.
That's all I ever have wanted to do. Even when I was playing music, that's all I ever wanted to do. I always just wanted people to come and see my concert and step out of their reality and just escape for a while, And when I stopped doing that and got into this industry, it was all like, okay, now I'm helping someone on their journey towards something they didn't think they could accomplish if they're buying a house for the first time. It's like, it's always been about me helping someone achieve something in their own head and helping them find a house has been really eye-opening and gratifying for me because it's just been a way to transition that from the music that I used to play. But I'm starting to get back into playing.
So you're in the business of making people happy too.
That's all I've ever tried to do.
That's what I try to do every day.
Yeah.
The best part of my job is the people I get to meet every day at the tables.
Yeah.
I touch all the tables.
Yeah, for sure.
I met a couple from Mississippi yesterday. I met a couple from Tampa yesterday. And they're just the nicest people in the world. And they're just happy to be in New Orleans. And I always thank people, thank you for coming to New Orleans.
Yeah. It's the best
because
when
I love my city.
Yeah, so do I.
I will always be here.
Yeah.
Always.
It
God help the person
it's
that
funny.
tells me they don't go to New Orleans anymore. I have a friend, I guess she's still a friend, that lives in Kenner. Their husband, who I also know, that used to work at Parkway with me.
Okay.
He was my DJ. And he knew. This is back in the 90s. I was out at a restaurant, and I'm sitting down, and she was standing up. She came up behind me, the two of them. And she said, "Hey, Scott, how you doing?" I said, "I'm great." "Wow, Julie, things are great." She said, it was right after that Mandina shooting, that targeted shooting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which had nothing to do with anything but a targeting. Right. It was not, rampant crime. No. Anyway. She says, "Well, we don't go to New Orleans anymore. How's business?" And stuff like that. I was just like, why is that? 450 murders in this city in 1994. Nobody remembers that. Mm-mm. My mother and father being jacked up on the front lawn in Lake Vista. Nobody wants to talk about that. I said, what about all the guy that worked at Parkway? What about all the car break-ins up and down Canal Boulevard?
Yeah.
People stealing cars in 1995. What about a friend of mine being murdered in the parking lot of Rite Aid, leaving our bars in 1995? Nobody wants to talk about that. It's all social media.
Yeah.
And she quieted. If you're not going to be a part of the solution,
don't talk about New Orleans. And you're part of the problem.
And she's a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Talking bad about our city. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to put up with it.
Right.
I love New Orleans.
Right.
And I've got history of New Orleans to tell you the good and the bad. And right now, other than not having a mayor, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Miraculously.
Things are looking up. Things are looking up.
Miraculously.
Why? Because it's us. It's the people of New Orleans that make New Orleans work.
100%.
We the people. It's not the politicians. It's us that make New Orleans work.
Can't even remember the last time we had a good politician anyway.
Well.
Here in the city.
Are any of them good?
No, they all go to jail.
So we just have to continue to love one another every day.
And support each other.
Be nice to one another every day. My mother always taught me, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yep. 100%.
If you live by that mantra, you will be a happy person and you will make others happy too.
Yeah, you're right, brother.
And this world is about being a successful person and helping others. And not just financial success, that's not everything. It's about being able to help others.
I was going to say there's many different forms of success.
There are different forms of success. In any way you can help others, every time you get the opportunity, you need to do it. And
it's going to come back around to you. It's going to come back around. Karma is real.
It always does.
You know, everyone who doesn't believe in karma is a fool. Karma is real.
I'm on the board of the Youth Empowerment Project. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm really proud of it.
How long have they been around?
We're changing, since 1994.
Okay.
2004.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Melissa Sawyer started with another girl, and I can't remember her name. They started it as a service to help juvenile offenders when they get out of prison to
transition them back
into society.
Yeah.
And it turned into helping kids. And I mean, we've got 1,300 kids now.
That's great.
In our schools, we've got schools.
I mean, it's bad that you have to have 1,300 kids, but the fact that at least you're helping those 1,300 kids and not just tossing them back out and saying good luck.
They just don't have a lot at home.
Yeah.
And, in home's where it starts. So we're just trying to be a part of that. And they get their high school diplomas and they go on to be successful.
Yeah, right on. That's a great.
Oh, YEP's incredible. If you want to donate some money, that is the charity. Because we do a lot for kids and it is legit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put that up on the screen so that people can see where the link to donate.
Mackenzie Scott gave us a ton of money several years ago.
Okay.
So if she believes in it, and she chose her charities around the country she wanted to donate money to. And it's a big deal. Big deal.
So what role did trial and error play in you deciding to open up your second restaurant, Francesca?
Well, my wife, Stephanie, is from St. Louis, and obviously we spent a lot of time there. And St. Louis has some really cool stuff, and their delis up there. St. Louis is like a small Chicago.
I've never been.
If I will.
Okay.
You been to Chicago?
No, I've also not been to Chicago.
Chicago is like the coolest city.
That's what I've heard.
I love Chicago.
Yeah.
I like New York too, but Chicago's pretty cool.
Okay.
So, they had certain things that I thought were cool and different. Provel cheese. Mm-hmm. Toasted raviolis. Dad's cookies. Fitz sodas, which these sodas are the best sodas you're ever going to have in your life. The gooey butter cake, which you see everywhere now, but that was created in St. Louis. At the deli, we use my mother-in-law's recipe.
Okay.
My mother-in-law's meatballs. I mean, we brought a little bit of St. Louis to New Orleans and combined it, and we just always wanted to have our own little deli.
Yeah. Well, you dabbled in that stuff at Katie's, introducing a couple things from St. Louis here and there, right? You even had Po' Boy called the St. Louis.
Because you have to be consistent about it.
Yeah.
People have to know you're going to have it. If we're going to have a little taste of St. Louis, you have to have it all the time.
Yeah.
And so Max Grunig and Gary Grunig, the owners of Kaz's, which was there before. It was just a little poor boy place. Mm-hmm. He goes, dude, I'm selling, man. I went, whoa. How much you want?
Yeah.
He goes, well, I got somebody offered me this, but I really want this. Okay. All right, chit-chat. So Steph and I talked about it, and we bought Kaz's and renovated the buildings a lot.
Yep.
It was a mess. My dear friend Michael Abide helped me with that. So we opened Francesca, and I named it after Stephanie. I think it's a very cool name because it's my bride's middle name, and it's better than Scotty's, or I don't know. We could have named it something.
Francesca suits it.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's where I really have fun.
Yeah.
I wish I could spend all of my time there.
Yeah.
Because if I could, it would be really creative and fun. It's great. I mean, we do what we do, but it's a menu and one special every day. I'd be doing funky sandwiches and stuff, but I don't have time to be there to execute it right now.
It also sounds like you've kind of come to a bit of a crossroads where you're like, now it's more work than fun, as back in the past it used to be more fun than work?
Since the pandemic, things have really changed. It's very hard to make money.
Yeah.
Very hard to make money. You have to watch every penny and
wasting food and everything.
Yeah, you do. And
it's inevitable.
But what hasn't changed is the charity asks. And I seem to be a target for that. And I get a little frustrated with it because I know they're not calling commanders. There's too many hoops to jump through, All I have to do is call Scotty, he won't say no, but I just get pounded with that a little bit too much. And it was easier before the pandemic, but now it's hard to give stuff away.
Yeah.
And I do it because I believe in it, but it's just hard.
Yeah.
But
you're a good guy. You've always been that kind
of person. I really
person.
care about other people, and it goes to what I said earlier. Yeah. This is not fake.
Right.
I don't do it for any sort of, there's no self-agenda. There's no personal agenda in this.
If you were a fake person, you wouldn't be sitting across from me.
No. Personal agendas. I mean, we all have a little bit of one, but you need to have an agenda to take care of others.
Yeah.
And your life will be so much different if you think about others while you have to take care of number one. You have to, because if you don't, you can't help anybody.
No.
So I want people to realize, look in the mirror and say you can be anything you want to be. My parents raised me like that. Son, you can be anything you want to be. Well, I think they thought I was a little smarter than I really am. But I mean, that's not true because I wasn't going to be a doctor. And I always joke about I see a lot of Tulane grads and stuff that come to Katie's and lots of students. And I always joke, I said, Tulane wouldn't have hired me to be the janitor.
No. Give yourself a little more credit though, man. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy.
I know, I'm joking.
You're a smart guy.
But I guarantee you, UNO was a harder school than probably Tulane is.
So, I went to UNO for a year, but it was the year after Katrina because Katrina hit on my senior year of high school. So, man. It was a ghost town. There was nobody there. And teachers didn't care because the teachers were too busy dealing with their shit that they were dealing with.
Peasy.
And so my English exam, I'll never forget, my English final exam, she goes, just write whatever you want.
Right.
I wrote like some poem where like the first letter of every word spelled out a different poem, and I like submitted that and got an A. And I was like, okay, well, I'm transferring to LSU because there's no school life, no campus life. You know what I mean? Because everything was destroyed.
It was easy.
It was. But I like to be challenged too, man. I get it.
But I've always been one, if I can get something easier than not, I'm going to take the easy route.
Yeah, for sure. But that's just working smarter, not harder, man. When you see the route and you decide to take that other path.
Connor was in college during the pandemic at Spring Hill, and everything was online.
Yeah.
And they missed something there.
Agreed.
A couple of years of school. How long was it? A year and a half was online, and that's too bad because you don't get the college experience.
I have, Melissa has two nephews, and they were both in high school. Or actually, one of them was in grammar school, and one was in high school, and it fucked them up, man.
Yeah,
bad. Not like dramatically bad, but like I can't help but think like, what would be different if that hadn't happened? What would they be doing now? Rather than that year and a half of being sheltered and having to have the fear put in you of you cannot be in contact with someone, like that messes anybody up, especially a kid whose brain isn't fully developed.
Yeah.
And now it's all coming out that it was all a goose chase anyway. And I hope they bury Fauci under the jail.
I haven't heard that, really.
Oh, man. Yeah. All this stuff coming out, how like nothing was proven, nothing was tested. They came out and they were, they just pushed it all on us. Everybody did. Everybody pushed it on every country, on everything. And so now there's some type of rise in cancer that I've read that like, because the vaccine vaccine everybody got it.
I got 4 of them.
I got 2. But I had to get 2. My daughter was born September 3rd, 2020 at the peak of COVID. I had to get the shots or I wasn't going to be able to see the birth of my child. And so I didn't have a choice, But at the same time, my father-in-law had a choice and he didn't do it.
For some reason, I've always trusted that the government is not going to hurt us.
Yeah. because that makes you feel better.
About, we've always trusted that, we got to get a vaccine for, when we're kids, we give our kids these vaccines and, isn't there an outbreak in the measles because kids aren't getting, so we had to trust them with that. They were right.
Right.
You can't take that away from us.
We're not doctors. We're not doctors.
No,
we're supposed to listen to
I had to trust
doctors.
that vaccine
I know.
could possibly save my life.
Correct. Because no one knew any different. It was a very fearful time for the entire world.
So I hope it's not giving me something.
No. Well, you've already said that you feel great, right?
I do.
Okay.
I'm
so
taking care of myself.
There you go. As long as you're consistently going to the doctor and making sure that
I go to the doctor every 6 months. Well, actually, I go to the doctor a lot. I have Crohn's.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. Melissa's got ulcerative colitis. So.
It's the same thing. So I've got to get infusions every couple of months. Yeah. She's on Entyvio.
I don't know what medication she's on, but she's on a medication. And she's actually in remission, fortunately. She hasn't had to in a while.
She's in remission?
Yeah.
How do you know whether you're in remission?
Because she keeps getting colonoscopies pretty periodically. And so
Well, I do too.
Yeah, they can tell she's in remission.
They keep giving me infusions.
I don't know. Maybe the difference
I love my
between
doctor. I go over
Crohn's
there and, we just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The nurse is great, Kristen. It's Dr. Marino. And he's outstanding. Outstanding.
That's great. Shout out to Dr. Marino.
Shout out to Dr. Marino. Mark Marino.
So what let's kind of circle back. What would you say the hardest thing was when you were getting everything off the ground? What was the hardest thing for you?
For the deli?
Yeah. We'll start with the deli.
Getting the right people in place, the right employees, and of course, getting the business.
Which you picked a lot of people up from Katie's and dropped them over at Francesca because you trusted them, right? You were like, I trust you guys to do this, right?
Yes. Yeah, because I've got a really good staff at Katie's. You know what is the hardest part about the restaurant business?
What's that?
Not just the deli. Right when you open, tons of people come in and swamp you, and you screw up because you're not ready for it. You
get in the weeds.
You get in the weeds, and things aren't right, and they never come back. Oh, I tried that place when they opened. Tom Fitzmaurice, the legend food critic and dear friend of mine that passed away last year. He was a true food critic. He's not the bloggers that, everybody's a food critic now.
Was he like a newspaper food critic?
He was.
So he was one of the original ones.
He wrote articles on food and he started a food show. Yeah. And he would go to restaurants within the 6-month time frame, but he would not do a critique of the restaurant until after 6 months. Let the restaurant get their feet on the ground, let them get together and let them settle in, and then do the critique. And that's the way it should be.
I agree.
These clowns go to restaurants, and I remember Guy Fieri's restaurant. I remember this was a national thing. He had only been open like a month. And they're jam-packed, it's up in New York at Times Square. And somebody went in there and this place is terrible, giving them terrible reviews. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Yeah. You got to give them time.
Right. You don't understand.
You have to give them time. That's why Tom Fitzmaurice was the real food critic, because he would give you time, They'd go eat there to try it out, but then he'd go back after 6 months and see how much better it got.
Correct.
And he said that was the sign of a true restaurateur. If you were okay in the first week and then you turned it into something great. Yeah. Because you realize your mistakes and you know how to fix it and.
Well, a lot of restaurants that just open get a ton of press here. Whether it's on NOLA.com or whoever's doing, a lot of influencers.
And when they close a month later, too, they get pressed. Yeah. So many restaurants. I wouldn't open a restaurant right now. I don't know how people are doing it. And they don't make it. Yeah. It's too hard.
It is hard.
My insurance at Katie's just went from $45,000 a year to $65,000.
The insurance right now.
It's a racket.
Is awful.
Awful.
That's the primary reason why the housing market is the way it is. You know, the interest rate, in my opinion, has nothing to do with it.
For sale in Lakewood South in
Nothing
my neighborhood.
to do
People
with
are
it.
leaving.
I had that big house listed on the corner, the humongous house. You know, it's the one that you see every time you get on, right on Veterans. They have that big red on the bottom, white on the top. It's huge. It's like 10 bedrooms. I had that place listed forever, but like the insurance is too high. And it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, because if the insurances have doubled or in some cases tripled or even higher, then you can't afford the house. That's why you're seeing so many people list their homes for sale, because they can't afford to live there anymore with the rise in insurances. Right. And no one else is going to want to come in and take that over, which is why the market is the way it is. And no person, especially the commissioner, the insurance commissioner, has no idea. No idea.
Right.
There's no answers.
I mean, nobody has an idea.
They don't.
And we're losing people because of it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to move here.
Well, after Katrina, they brought in a whole bunch of insurance companies, right? And like all these little mom and pop companies. And so they brought them all. They offered monetary incentive to get them all to come here. And they all did. And then, run them off. Then Ida hits and all those companies lapse.
Right.
And then now we're trying to do the same thing. But now all these other companies are like, we're not doing that. We're not coming in, because what happens when another Katrina or Ida hits and we're going to lapse? We're not going to take the risk.
Yeah, I mean, I always pray every year that we don't have any hurricanes. And I think the Saharan dust this year has slowed them down from hitting anywhere in the United States, which is what we need.
For sure.
Don't need hurricanes.
No.
So I guess
can't the government affect the weather?
Their coffers.
Can't the government affect the weather now? Can't they just stop a hurricane? You know,
man. Okay, if the Saharan dust is slowing down the hurricanes, why can't you drop sand in it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, why not just send?
Well, so evidently,
who's going to drop the sand in it?
Evidently, they tried to drop particles of baby diapers in the hurricanes because it would absorb.
Yeah. Okay.
But all that did was go into the ocean.
And pollute the ocean. Get in the fish and.
So if Saharan dust is part of the reason why we're not having as many storms, why can't you get some sand and drop that into the hurricane?
I don't know. This is the first time I've heard that the Saharan dust is the reason why the hurricanes have not been hitting.
Yeah, I've heard of it before.
Okay.
So they've got to do something with all the technology. They've got to do something to stop these storms.
I know.
I mean, and they're getting bigger and bigger.
They are. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, there's a hurricane coming. And then it's like, oh, it could be very bad. And then there was barely any wind, And then they have another one that's coming. It's like, oh, this is just a little tropical storm. And then tropical storm comes and destroys. You know what I mean? It's just, you never really know how it's going to impact, which is why you always need to be prepared. But that's also why no insurance company is going to come here and risk it.
Yeah.
It sucks. And there's no answers.
No risk it, no biscuit.
That's true. That's why you're a success, my friend. That's why you're a success at Katie's, and at Francesca, which everybody needs to go and try Francesca and Katie's. If you haven't been to Katie's, my favorite thing about working at Katie's, I used to love when people would show up with their suitcases like they just got off the plane.
Or just leaving, or on the way from the airport.
Right.
Yeah,
like I have my suitcases.
I had to try this.
And then they'd be
like, I don't know why we didn't come before. This is
we would have eaten here every night,
I mean, part of it's the ambiance. You walk in and it's like, this place is cool.
Yeah.
And, like 10 years ago, I had opportunities to open more of them fully financed.
Really? More Katie's
in Houston,
brick and mortars?
And Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah. And I asked them where. One of the reasons we didn't do it, first of all, that menu is brutal to execute.
Yeah.
As you know. They owned strip malls, and they wanted to put Katie's in strip mall.
No, wouldn't have succeeded.
Part of the success of Katie's, and obviously we would have had to cut the menu tremendously.
Yes.
One of the successes of Katie's is the ambiance. So, I mean, it's just really hard to do. And we still could have done it, but I just talked to Stephanie, and I didn't get in the business.
Imagine how stressful your life would be now if you had done that.
Not food out of a bag, and it would be stressful.
Yeah, especially from what you told me before we even came in here. You know what I mean? That's probably something you would have been like, why the hell did I do this?
Oh, yeah, I was having a heck of an hour before I got here. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Still doing the catering, man. But that's,
I mean, you got to do it.
You got to do it. And you're the face. And just like,
part of it,
you texted me late last night and you're like, hey, we're going to have to push this back because somebody bailed on me. I got to go and I got to take care of this.
No, we had 2 orders and I only have 1 driver.
Oh, so you had to
this was last minute.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
I had to take this one.
Yeah. But that's another reason that leads to your success, because you're not just going to sit here and be upset with somebody for doing it. Right. All right. How do I solve this problem? Solving it.
I got to go to Katie's when I get out of here and they'll fix that issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Danny. I'll let my management make decisions.
Yeah.
Because if I don't let the management manage, when they let somebody go and that person calls me and says, oh, they let me go, I can't get involved.
Right. Well,
and
until you have to. Until you have to.
This one is
that's important. You are the face of Katie's. And so the fact that you still pick up the slack when you need to pick up the slack is what makes it as successful as it is.
My biggest failure in life. My biggest fear in life. It's failure.
Well, yeah, but you can't be afraid of failure, because failure just is a lesson. I failed so many times. It's not even funny.
I'm extremely competitive.
I know that.
To a fault.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to succeed. I do. I want everyone to succeed. But if you come after what's mine, I'm going to fight.
Yep, buckle up.
Buckle up.
Mm-hmm.
Buckle up.
What would you like to tell other people who are getting a business plan together, who are going to either open up a restaurant or start their business elsewhere? What would be the biggest piece of advice that you can give
them? Open a restaurant? Don't do it.
No. Especially today.
If you're going to open a restaurant, I think way too many people go into the restaurant industry not willing to wash dishes, not willing or not knowing how to do everything in the building.
Yeah.
You've got to be willing and know how to do everything in the building. You got to be able to bartend, cook, wash dishes, stock, do inventory, do payroll. You have to be willing and know how to do all of it.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, if you don't know how, you can only hire so many people.
Yeah.
To do things for you.
Right.
And Marcus does a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
He does that I don't want to do.
Right. You shouldn't have to do it anymore.
Well, you'd think that, but you'd be surprised.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I
wouldn't be.
Sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this?
Well, you followed your passions and you're successful because of it. And you are your name and your presence is a staple in the whole city of New Orleans. The way that you're with
I don't see that, but thanks.
I do. Okay. And I did not truly see that about you until I worked for you, because just seeing how you carry yourself in that restaurant, see how you carry yourself on the local news and stuff like that. And
I'll be on Fox 8 Friday morning.
Fox 8 Friday morning.
It's pepperoni pizza day.
Oh, okay. What time? Do you know?
9:15 and 10:15.
9:15. Okay.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
I love doing TV.
Yeah.
And I love people.
And you love the city. Look with Yep, and what you did as far as after the hurricane with all that with cooking and the ribs, right?
CNN.
Yep. And all that stuff, man. You do care about the city, and UNO, you do a lot of stuff with UNO.
UNO,
Brother Martin. Yeah.
Brother Martin, Youth Empowerment Project.
Yeah.
LRA, do a lot for the hospitality industry.
The city's lucky to have you, man. And I know you probably don't feel that way, but it is.
No, man, I appreciate it, but I am very defensive of New Orleans. So in that regard, the city needs people like me, because I won't take shit about New Orleans. And
we get a bad rap whenever national news comes in.
And I just think people are jealous.
They are.
They don't. Yeah, because they live in those sterile-ass cities. And look, there are beautiful cities in this country. There are. But most of them are sterile.
Yep. And you've been to one, you've been to all of them, kind of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been around.
Yeah.
And there are some beautiful cities, but they're alike.
Yep.
There ain't no place like New Orleans.
No place. I've never been anywhere.
Any one of these national media dorks that doesn't see that is just got no culture at all.
Right. They think we're all just a bunch of dumb rednecks down here. You know, a bunch of dumb coon asses shooting alligators.
You know, and I mean, dude, we're the best people in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we love everybody. When people come here, other people are so nice. It's a fact.
Yeah. You come down here and you're walking around during Mardi Gras, people who are having crawfish bowls going to invite you to come eat some. You know, that's just the way that we are. You know, you go somewhere like Memphis, brutal.
I was there after Hurricane Katrina, and Connor and I stayed at the University of Memphis Hotel, and they were really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave us a place to live. We stayed there for a while.
Well, you had just gone through a traumatic hurricane.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you know, now that's subsided, now people are like, okay, no, everybody sucks now.
And I haven't spent enough time with people in Memphis to have an opinion.
Yeah, see, my grandparents lived there. My dad's from there.
Oh, wow.
So I've been there frequently. And not only is there nothing to really do there besides go to Beale Street, but
no, there ain't nothing.
People were just, I don't know, man, very rash. People were very short fused there, no matter what. Even bartenders, to a point where I went to a bar on Beale Street and there was really no one in there. And I went and I'm sitting at the bar.
The bars are so crappy on Beale Street too. There's some clubs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
BB King's.
Yeah, BB King's, but it's just so touristy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Bourbon Street. I don't want to go to Bourbon Street. That's not New Orleans.
Nope.
I tell people that all the time. We don't go to Bourbon Street.
Nope. But I mean, if you're coming here for the first time, right?
Or Arnold's,
yeah,
you know, or GW Finn's,
yep,
go to Bourbon Street. It's because they're off Bourbon Street. But
well, if you come here for the first time, you should at least go there once. But don't like spend your vacation there.
Do it during the day.
Yeah, go to Frenchman Street. Go to City Park. You know, do some
man,
things.
That's me.
Yep.
City Park. I mean, what they've done with City Park.
It's beautiful.
Kudos to the Friends of City Park.
I agree.
They've done a beautiful job with that park.
If we could just figure out how to get Voodoo Fest back in the city,
Dude,
man.
I want to talk to Steve about that. I don't know why.
It's unbelievable. That was the highlight of my year every year.
It was so much fun. So good for business. I mean, why did they quit doing it?
I guess they were just losing money. Yeah. Rehaj was doing it. Then they sold it to, I think, Live Nation or something. And then Live Nation butchered it. And
they butcher everything.
And then all
it's
of a
like
sudden
Jazz Fest.
Like, well,
AEG's butchered Jazz Fest.
Yeah. And, you know, we're not
they really
making
have.
a profit.
I mean, it's too big. They sell too many tickets.
Yeah.
It's just Jazz Fest. Dude, Jazz Fest in the 70s and 80s. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. Even in parts of the 90s, but it just got too big.
Yeah, I know. And I think the people who would go to Voodoo kind of there would be that difference, right? Like you wouldn't only have Jazz Fest to go to. People would kind of pick and choose. So that way Jazz Fest wasn't maybe as crowded. But yeah, I don't know. All I know is I heard it wasn't as profitable. And so they kind of shut it down and no one has picked it back up. And I want to find out how to do it because I miss it dearly.
So Steve sold it. Good for him. I guess he sold it to
the Rehaj
Live Nation.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He did.
That's why he's doing so well.
Yeah, probably.
He's rolling.
Probably.
He deserves it. He's a good guy. Steve's a really good guy.
So what else you got coming up? Anything coming up you want to tell people about?
Yeah, Thursday night we've got oyster night.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to be doing raw oysters outside on the patio. On the little deck at the bar.
Oh, nice.
Off the bottom oysters. If you Google it, you'll see it. They're raised off the bottom, and these are from Eagle Point.
Okay.
Oysters. And it's really cool. They are grown in cages, bags, or trays suspended above the seabed.
Oh.
Okay, and rather than directly on it, using alternative oyster culture techniques. It protects them from predators, sediment burial, so they're perfect every time. They're super clean and salty, but they're clean.
Yeah.
And they're pop right open, and they're absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Every oyster is perfect.
You're not getting any in you.
Right. They're a little expensive, but like I couldn't do charcoal oysters with these because they're just too pricey.
Yeah.
If you do them raw, you know, like $3 a piece. But they're perfect.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's going to be a fun night. We've got Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, every Sunday, we'll be doing breast cancer awareness brunch, disco brunches with the different themed brunches. I'll have the pussyfooters at one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that. What else is coming up, man?
I don't know. Halloween's
the fall,
coming up.
Baby.
Fall, baby.
Football season.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my butt in the NFL this weekend. I did so well in college.
Really?
I went 1-12.
Oh.
How is that possible?
Well,
the only one I won was the 49ers, and that was by a half a point.
Spencer Rattler can't do much more, man.
I think he's doing
playing pretty good, but the team's not giving him any help. Our defense is terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not great.
Losing Blackman was bad.
Yeah.
So I don't go to Saints games anymore.
Okay.
I don't support the NFL since the Rams playoff game.
Yeah.
Until they do something about officiating.
Good for you.
Which is just laughable. I gave up my tickets. I had them for 40 years. I bought them when I was a senior in high school with my brother. They were $25 a piece.
Wow.
And I sat in the plaza. I was invited Sunday to go. Chris Berg,
Mm-hmm.
my friend from Crescent Crown. We sat in the end zone in a suite. So I saw everything. I saw a lot of Dad of Rattler, too. He's not there yet.
No.
But he threw some nice passes.
He did.
And if he could get some support, because the offensive line ain't great.
No, but he's a good little scrambler.
He
made it work. Olave dropped that touchdown. Juwan Johnson had passes hit him in the hands. It's like, you can't.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty hard to watch.
It is, and it's rough.
They need to have a really bad year so they can get great picks next year. Unless Mighty Chomp and Mick trades them all away.
Who do you think chomps more gum, Pete Carroll or Mickey Loomis?
He wants to be so much like Sean Payton, chomping the juicy fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sean, what else can I do for you?
Yeah.
I'll give you a 4th-round pick for a player that you're going to cut anyway.
That's right. He basically gives them anything he wants.
He does.
Their whole team is just...
Did Sean Payton set this whole thing up?
Yeah, I know.
He was trying to get out of here for 10 years.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be here, so he never drafted a quarterback. He let Breeze run its course, and he tried to get Mahomes that 1 year. In 19 and 20, he didn't pick a quarterback. He was just letting it ride out. Horrible drafts. He was controlling those drafts, but everybody loves him.
Yeah. Well, he got us
a Super Bowl when he should have won 3.
Yeah, I know. But those had nothing to do with him. That had to do with one was officiating and one was just terrible, terrible defensive play when Stephon Diggs scored that touchdown.
Hold on, bro.
And neither one of those other teams had any business.
How many field goals did they kick in that Rams game?
I don't even remember.
How many field goals? Like 3. They should have put that team away early on.
Yeah, we should have beat that team.
It should have never come down to that.
No.
So I'm just...
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
I do too much sports radio. I'll get on rants about that crap.
That's okay. That's what this is for. So tell the people where they can find information about the restaurants and stuff.
We're all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, at Katie's in Mid-City, and Francesca Deli.
Yeah.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Are y'all still on Uber Eats and stuff like that too? Or y'all...
we do
Grubhub, okay.
I think we do Grubhub.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, or you can contact me.
Yeah.
At Scott, SCOT 1T at katie'sinmidcity.com.
1T.
Or francescadeli.com.
Yeah. And Scott will get in touch with you. He'll always respond to you. He'll always try to do his best to make sure that your experience is a great one.
Yes.
And he's done it time and time again that I've seen. So.
And I'll get you reservations, whatever you want. Just contact me. That email will get you anything you want.
Yep. Well, thank you, Scott,
Thanks,
for
Danny.
sitting with me.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for being such a great person, great staple of the city. And anything you ever need, please let me know.
And I can't believe your kid's 5 now.
No shit. She's 5.
Holy shit.
I know, man.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Thanks.